There's two things that I'm really attracted to in this script and interested in. One of them is that it's really the story of a decades-old love triangle sort of coming home to roost. And it's also the story of sort of another mistake that was made 30, 40 years ago, the results of which are coming home to roost now. And I think that's a really interesting and poignant question for 2020. I think every time we see a headline of a major disaster, it is often the direct result of something that was started 30 or 40 years ago. And so then the question becomes, how do we deal with it now? And who is we exactly? Who is solving these problems? Because it's definitely clear who's going to suffer for them. So what is my job, Gen X job, baby boomer generation job, millennial generation job? Who's solving these things? Who has the power? Who has the finances? Who has the political capital? Where is the damage control going to come from? And I really like how the playwright sort of is like, yes, this can be true if it's things that happen and didn't happen in a marriage, and so sort of a really personal destruction, and then a very public destruction. I think a lot of people can love this show. I think the sort of person that's going to love this show is someone who is interested in theater that raises some really tough questions, does not provide any answers, and does that in a theatrical way. One of the things I really like about this show is that it asks you to deal with some pretty big questions about sustainability and future on our planet, some scary questions. And then it also mixes in and there's this interesting ghost story of this buried town, and there's these eggs that they may or may not hatch monsters. Parentheses, there's a metaphor for parenthood. So I like that it deals with serious topics in a really theatrical way. And I also appreciate about this play that it doesn't answer any of the questions that it raises. So I think someone who's going to really enjoy this play is going to be someone who wants to engage with those questions in a way. One of the things that's been really thrilling to work on in this play is sort of the meld of points of view of three different generations, right? So the script was written by this really prescient millennial young woman, being directed by Gen X, the forgotten generation. And then I'm working with, I would say, a cast of baby boomers. And so negotiating that as actual humans living in this space and working on this play, and negotiating that theatrically in the script has really been an education for me. And something that I really appreciate is that I feel like we are all coming through this with much less blame and much less sort of scapegoating. It's really opened up for me, and I hope for the actors, the brilliant, brilliant actors, sort of a bigger conversation of being more solutions focused. Come see The Children at Stage West. We open March 12th and we run through April 12th.